Casey Ashmore back in the studio. I've been starting these video series of late with a small, mental acknowledgement and tribute to the things that are rocking our country right now. We're all trying to recover from the crushing economic conditions of the coronavirus, and right when that seems to be coming to an end, our nation is now rocked with its greatest social unrest in many of our citizens' lifetime since the civil rights movement and the Civil War. And we've got to acknowledge the tragic death of Mr. Floyd and the awakening that is happening in America. And please know that we are all praying about this, and that it reminds me so keenly of the motto of the United States of America, which is E pluribus unum, out of many, one. We are one people, and we are listening. So that being said, I am talking about Texas protective orders, Texas family law protective orders, and temporary restraining orders in the family law situation scenario. So what are the things that the court can do regarding temporary restraining orders and temporary protective orders has been the subject of these first segments of the video series. And I'm going to talk briefly about things that the court doesn't do in a temporary protective order or a temporary restraining order, or even when it gets to a granted protective order or a granted temporary injunction situation. And just so you both, so I cover both those topics, that means that the initial hearing without the other side, the ex parte hearing in both a protective order and a restraining order situation has occurred, and then the subsequent hearing on the merits of the protective order or the restraining order has occurred, and the court makes a temporary ruling regarding what protections it's going to grant and put in place, or in the TRO situation, what injunctions it's going to grant or put in place. But in either of those situations, things that the court doesn't have authority to do are things like prevent a spouse or a parent from conducting normal business or making expenditures for normal business. Now, that's not to say that the spouse has free reign to go do whatever it wishes. Many of those injunctions and prohibitions are already handled in standing orders that are part of any initial lawsuit. Each side gets a copy of, for example, the Rockwall County standing orders, and it has prohibitions on you can't shut off lights, utilities, food, water, things of that nature. But a spouse can engage in normal business. A spouse can hire an attorney. A spouse can conduct normal business operations, but that doesn't mean a normal business operation is to liquidate the IRA and go buy a sailboat. Things of that nature are prohibited. But normal business operations, for example, repairing a sailboat that you use in the course of your business. If you're out here on Lake Ray Hubbard and you have a, dinner time sailing, social service that you offer to bring clients on and sail them around the lake so they can look at that beautiful lake and sunset, you would be allowed to make normal expenditures for maintenance, upkeep, whatever slip fees that you might have to pay to conduct that business operation. So, it won't shackle you from doing your work, but it will prevent other things like committing family violence, disturbing the peace of others. And of course, the big one is prohibitions regarding shutting off access to the resources, to the money that the spouses and the children need for basic necessities. Anyway, I really love doing this video series for all of you. I got a message from a friend who watched one, and it really touched me that it helped her family. And that's the whole point of these, is to bring the light, to be uplifting, positive, and informational, and to lift up our friends, neighbors, and countrymen, especially during this time when there's so much information, and to bring information that hopefully makes a positive impact in your life. Anyway, thank you for watching and allowing me to do this. I love doing them for you. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a question or comment on any video platform where you may watch this, and I'll reply back or make it the subject of a subsequent video series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the studio and hopefully soon on the road.